9-to-5 worker can boast about how they can build a business outside of work and make it look real easy, but I'm no 9-to-5 worker. I work a very demanding job. My schedule is always changing, and sometimes I work up to 15 hours in a day. So what about the people who don't work 9-to-5? How do we build a business and work a full-time job? Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Place for Artists. In today's video, we are going to be discussing how I manage my full-time job and building a business so that I can live the dream life that I've always wanted to live. So if you relate to this in any sort of way and you want to figure out how you can build a business outside of that typical 9-to-5 work schedule, this is the video for you. So let's talk about schedule. For me, I typically start my day off anywhere from 12 a.m. to 9 or 10 a.m. in the morning. It really depends if I have a morning, a mid, or an evening shifts. For us, we pretty much run 24/7. So the first run goes out at like 1:38 a.m. in the morning, but we also have 1 a.m. standby. So I have to be ready to do that. And trust me, I've done it multiple times. It is not fun. And then we have shifts that start as late as 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, which work until 1:15, AKA the last 2 days that I've worked. I have worked the 2:48 p.m. shift all the way to 1:15 in the morning. So just giving you an idea of just how hectic my schedule can change. So my schedule is constantly changing. No day is guaranteed for off time. And on top of that, I get my schedule every single day at 3:30 p.m. to see what I'm going to do the next day. So really, my scheduling has to be done last minute on the dime, and I have to just plan everything around my job. So one of the biggest things you have to practice when you are trying to work a full-time job and build a business is you have to have discipline. This is so important that you have discipline on yourself. I want to go out, I want to have fun, I want to take myself out on dates, but I can't always do that. Sometimes I have to wake up in the morning before my shift starts and I need to do something like script writing, like I'm doing right here. I'm filming my talking parts of my video, or I can sometimes sit down and draw and do things that are more creative and less the office work. So I am very thankful, because if you're working a job like me, the one thing that we do have is discipline. Because we are constantly working changing schedules, we have to make sure we prioritize the things that need to be done over things like having fun and partying. So you're already kind of have one step ahead of everybody else who work 9-to-5 jobs. They can go out and have a drink and party after work. We really can't. One, most of the time things are probably closed, and two, you got to get up and make sure you go to bed because you might have an early shift. So once you practice and understand discipline, then you can move forward with planning and scheduling small things to do for your business outside of work, or even if you're at work. So one thing that I do once I know what my schedule is, I'll look at what I'm going to be doing for the day, and then I will kind of break down and make a checklist of things that I think I can get done in the day, and I try to check them off. Once you make that checklist, you are going to overwhelm yourself. You're going to get your hopes up. You're going to have all this energy, and then you're going to disappoint yourself when you don't get everything checked off on that checklist. But that is completely okay. I did that in the beginning as well. What this is teaching you, it's teaching you just how long certain tasks will take you to do. Now that I have an understanding of how long things take me to typically do, I can actually accurately make a checklist for the time that I have allocated to working on my business for that day. I also want you to understand that you should not be working 24/7. You shouldn't be at work, working on your breaks, working at home, and then going straight to sleep. You want to make time to do things that you love and take the time to relax and rest, and do not feel like you aren't working hard enough because you are not grinding 24/7. You do not have to work 24/7 to get to where you want to be. And I am a walking example of that. So I have two different type of categories that I put my tasks into. I have an all day or time consuming task, meaning that this is probably the only thing I'm gonna get done for the day, and it's really big. And then I have my readily available tasks. I call it readily available because I can step into them and step out of them without any consequence. So things that I categorize in my time-consuming tasks would be painting and sketching or drawing, and then editing. Those are things that I really can't sit down and do for a short period of time. I need time to really put my creativity to it. So I try to do those only on my off days, or if by chance I get lucky and I get off of work early one day, I will go home and work on that after. So it's one of those things that you're gonna figure out whatever that time-consuming task is for you. So readily available tasks for me are things like script writing, blog writing, sitting down and updating my website, things that I can just step away from and then come back to without any consequence. I can jump right back into where I left off and I won't feel some sort of creative flow cutoff. So that's pretty much as far as discipline and understanding exactly what you can do in a day and discipline yourself to not overwork yourself. Now on the time management side of building a business, you have to figure out what times you can actually work on these different ideas and these different tasks. So on days that I work, time management is very important to me. For me, I don't always get a lunch break or a set 15-minute break. You know, for anybody who might not be like me, you will have 2 15s and like a 30-minute break. You might even be lucky and get a 45 or an hour lunch. Those are times that you can be working on your readily available tasks like script writing, editing, writing down ideas, and just sketching out what you need to do for your business. For me personally, my 5 to 10 minute breaks are far and in between. I do not typically get more than 15 minutes at max on a break. And usually it gets cut down to 10 because I have to load passengers on and off during my break. Not to mention, my break gets cut a little short if I have to go to the bathroom because I have to walk to the bathroom, use the bathroom, and honestly, I will do things like just think. I will think of different ideas. I will look at my life and how I'm feeling and write all those things down in different documents so I can come back to how I was feeling and creating a video out of that. One thing that is super important about time management is multitasking. For me at my job, most of my breaks are anywhere from 5 minutes to 15 minutes. We don't even get lunches. They're not scheduled in. We are scheduled 10-minute breaks. Some paddles, you're more lucky than others. Me at my seniority level, I don't get those type of breaks. So time management and learning to multitask was very important. I will literally eat and be writing a script at the same time. I will be using the bathroom and brainstorming. I will be on the phone talking to, a brand or something that I have to do while eating at work. I'm always multitasking because I have to split my brain to do multiple things at once so I can get more things done. Another way that I multitask is like when I'm painting. Because I am a watercolor painting, there are drying times if I need a very specific thing. I will start script writing, I'll start working on my website, blog writing, I'll listen to an audio book or anything that doesn't require my visual attention about how business and marketing works. Multitasking, time management, and discipline are all going to be your best friends when trying to build a business outside of a typical 9-to-5 schedule. Like I said, you are going to have to make sacrifices and you are going to have to start prioritizing your business over having fun and going out. One thing that I have to currently sacrifice is my budget. Because I have to save money for my business, I no longer can go out and do the things that I want to do. So if you want to check out how I'm currently budgeting, you can check out my last video here, how I am budgeting to debt-free days. Bye!